I don't know what that means. Hopefully it's something good though. I don't know. I've had some craziness going on in my feed the last couple of, like 1 or 2 lives ago. So hi guys, come on in, welcome. It's not gonna be a long live today, but for those of you who are in the 10-day training, you know that the content went out today. It was day 2. You guys send some hearts if you're in the training. Let's see who is actually taking part of the Cyber Monday training. Hi, come on in. Hey, there's some people coming in. Hi, ladies. Hi, guys. So if you're part of that training, then you got part 2. Awesome. You got part 2 today. So branding, of course, is my specialty. So it's something that I talk about a lot. So apologies for those of you who have heard me say some of these things, but actually I'm going to try to cover it today from a little bit of a different and deeper perspective. So as we get ready for Cyber Monday, that is basically what I've been doing, is going over my 10 steps to help my audience prepare for Cyber Monday, okay, which is like, it's November now. So it's right around the corner. We get these steps in line, and I'm gonna have you guys ready for Cyber Monday in your businesses. We're gonna elevate your brands and get you set up with everything that you need, all the tools that you need to put in place in your business, okay? So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Tori Torres. I am a serial entrepreneur. I am a social media and digital marketing strategist, an author, podcast host, designer to the stars, boss babe blogger, and of course, a super mommy to Christian and Carmelo. So as you know, there's lots of online businesses, right? A lot of companies to compete with, especially right now. I can guarantee you every business everywhere is doing this. They're preparing. So what do you need to do to get your business ready, right? I basically help my audience monetize their passions, okay? So you're wondering like where you stand in like the whole sea of entrepreneurship. So that's why I'm here. That's what I'm here. I mainly focus on e-commerce businesses, and that's anyone who sells their products or services online and have so those companies that have a physical location, they kind of have like a one-up, because especially like malls or boutiques that people are used to going to. So you have to figure out how to make yourself stand out and become one of those, make an impression, right? So I have run my online business for 16 years selling bling. And I've been featured on VH1 and TV, BET, backstage at the American Music Awards, the Grammys, the Latin Grammys, you name it, backstage at the BET Awards. So I have a huge celebrity clientele, and the way that I did that was took my business from a business and grew it into a brand, okay? And that's how you do it. That's how you elevate your business. That's how you stand out from the crowd and become a force to be reckoned with in your industry. So it doesn't matter how many people are in your industry, how many people do what you do, you are going to develop a method and a strategy with these steps that I'm teaching you to build influence with your audience. When you make those connections, your audience begins to trust you, and trust equals conversions at the end of the day. Influence equals conversions, because they know that you are a person who stands by your word. And all of that starts from day one with branding. So I teach you how to learn to create influence that converts, and finally how to monetize your passion, okay? So you guys know, like I said, if you're in the 10-day training with me, then you know we have been, it's been 3 days now. We started on Monday, and day 1 and 2 was a big part. So it was a lot of content, like with the live streaming and helping people get their like 5 different topics together. If you have not joined us in the 10-day training, you can still click the link in my bio and sign up for the Cyber Monday 10-day training. Get your free Posh Girls Club social media planner, and it's going to help you with this step that we're working on tonight. which is branding. Like I said, this won't be a long one tonight because I had a super long day. How are you guys doing today? Hey, Leisha. I had like a super long day today. And so, but I really wanted to come on, and this isn't my normal time, so I know everyone was like, where'd Tori go today? Because I'm trying to keep to that 2:15 time frame, but it's been a little bit tough with baseball season in full swing for my oldest son, and then just I run another business and a magazine. So please forgive me for not being here earlier. But anyone who doesn't make it can just watch it on the replay. So what does your Instagram feed say about you? Okay. That is what we're covering tonight. And I probably should have put that in the title, but this is part one of the branding strategy. We're going to deal with the content portion of it later, but right now, the importance of the branding and branding the best is think about it from your perspective. What draws you to a particular brand or page? Usually it's the look and feel, it's the colors, the message, and the voice of the people who represent it, right? So branding is your first impression. And you know what they say, first impressions are lasting impressions, because to get people interested right from the beginning, you have to have great branding to draw them in, okay? So basically, brand strategy consists of several elements. Again, this is how I was able to grow my business and take it from a business to a brand, to get celebrity clients, to be on television. These are my steps, okay? So number one, you have to think about the overall look and feel of your brand, your distinct, identifiable colors and your fonts, and you have to be consistent with them. So if you go onto someone's page and you see all of the different, like, just tons of either one, images of just the product, always a no-no. I say this all the time, and yet even my clients that I tell it all the time too, I still see them do it. Posting a bunch of pictures of your product isn't gonna sell it. I can tell you, if you're one of my clients, then you know you hadn't been selling the product, and that's why you came to me. So trust me when I tell you, don't put up a bunch of images of the product. It's not going to work. The message that you want to deliver to your audience is basically the how. Listen, it's how you answer their need, their want, and their desire. Those are the three key words and elements that you're going to always hear me say. It's a matter of figuring out the solution to your client's need, want, or desire that's going to push you further into a brand or keep you in the business realm. Okay, and number three, the content strategy of consistently delivering that message that you want to deliver as far as answering their need, want, and desire. And then it's creating influence over your audience to keep them returning and invested in your brand, okay? So those are the steps of brand strategy, consists of those main elements. So the first phase, number one, is getting your brand strategy right and aligned with your business objectives. So number two would be developing all the tools you'll need to communicate that brand, which are the logo, the tagline, and the website. Who's struggling with any of those elements as far as your logo, your tagline, and the design of your website? Just send me diamonds if that's you, if you're struggling with setting up those initial things. Finally, there's the phase of actually like strengthening your newly developed or your updated brand, okay? Here is a big one. Probably the most missed element is the target audience. Who is your target audience? And if you say everyone, then that's probably your big mistake. That's why you're struggling with growing your business, because you haven't defined who that target audience is. If you're struggling with growth, that's generally the problem. Are you using the hashtag strategies that I gave in my previous live about how to get more followers? Okay, the hashtag strategy is one of the most important that you can use in your business. If you guys don't know what that one is, it's using hashtags from the outside, from the sense of, number one, the ones that you look for your ideal client. right? This is the one that people don't generally do. Normally what people do when they're looking for their hashtags, they're creating hashtags for people to find them, okay? Which is great, but you have to do it from the perspective of not your industry, but rather your ideal client. And then number two, looking at hashtags from the other perspective of actually searching them to find your ideal customer. So you're using hashtags as well to search. This is how you define and figure out who your target audience is. So if you have a really diverse and large target audience that isn't niche down, then you're going to have a harder time selling your product. And that's because you're not going to be able to answer that person's need, want, and desire because you have too many things. It's all over the place. So you don't know what the client is looking for. So how can you answer them? How can you provide a solution to their need, want, and desire if you aren't niche down to even know what it is? Okay, so that's where the next step comes in. And again, a couple of these we have covered, but with the 10-day challenge, with the 10-day training, I have to kind of touch on some of these because I do have a lot of new people coming in that really don't understand these concepts. And I also want to touch on them a little just so that that audience as well can follow along and not be lost and not understand these first steps. But I started with the live streaming for the challenge. I started with that first because I really wanted to get you guys out there and get on your lives and talk to your audience and make connections with them so that by the time you got into the third actual day, even though it's challenge 2, you're already starting to connect and people are starting to see you and know who you are and understand you a little bit better. So for those who have been in my lives, you know, obviously branding is my thing, my first skill. So definitely bear with me as I touch on some of these points for my newer clients and my newer audience, okay? So basically research is the next step. It helps you to understand your target client's perspective and their priorities, and basically anticipate their needs and put your message in a language that resonates with them. So it tells you how they feel about you and your content. And also it dramatically lowers the market risk associated with developing. So basically that's saying that if you're creating content, you want it to be content that your audience needs. You want it to be what's answering their need, want, and desire. And I know this one, the content, the branding strategy is really technical. It's really like informational. So it's a lot to catch on to right away. But if you can get these concepts down early on, initially, then it's going to be so much easier. Once you have your brand strategy down, it becomes so much easier to develop your content strategy. And unfortunately, or fortunately, however you want to look at it, those are going to be key elements to when we get into the sales funnel later. Sales funnel. Y'all, I am tired today. Who's had a long day today? I literally, and it's sad because I spent like 4 hours in the hair salon. So I have no reason to be tired over getting my hair done, but I am because I was also working while I was there. So bear with me today. Today has been a long day, and usually I live at 2:15, so my audience is used to seeing me earlier in the day, and I have more energy. Now the boys are home, and I'm like, wow, you know, so bear with me, guys. But I definitely wanted to come on and touch base with regard to the second part of the training of our 10-day Cyber Monday preparation. Can you drop a diamond in the box if any of you are e-commerce businesses that are here for that content for, or if you're new, put your name in. So at least I know who you are, because I see a bunch of names and they're new names for me, because usually, like I said, I'm normally on with my audience around 2:15. So if you're new, drop your name in and tell me what kind of business you have, if you do have one. Okay. All right. So think about next, you want to think about positioning. Hi, Chantel. Hi. Hey, Janice. Oh, there's Wendy. Hey, Wendy. Okay. So some of my regular people are in here too. Okay, cool. Well, hi, Chantel. I know I've seen your name like on my feed at least. So hi, thank you for saying hi. And normally I'm way more energetic. I'm just like So I literally came right from the salon, jumped in the chair, sent my team a message. I'm going live in 15 minutes and set up. But I wanted to make contact with you guys today because I want to make sure every single day you're getting a chance to ask your questions. If you have questions about where we are, hi, my Tipsy Treats. Hey, babe, what's your name? Miss Tipsy Treats. I see him. Yeah, normally I'm way more like turn up. But yeah, you're still gonna get the content at least. So positioning. Think about how your brand is different from others and why. Sonora, well, nice to meet you. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully you'll join into my 10-day training if you're not already, so that you can kind of keep up. I'm gonna come on every day that a training goes out this week and next week to make sure. Normally I come on every other, like Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 2:15, but I'm gonna come on every day because it's important that I make sure that people are understanding each step, because I don't wanna get to day 5 and people are still stuck on day 2. Because I know this whole concept of branding and funnels and landing and lead pages and lead magnets, it doesn't make sense to everybody, but they're really, really necessary components if you wanna take your business to the next level and elevate your business. So that's why I'm here every day for the next couple, like, week or so. So yeah, with positioning, this is the point in branding. You want to basically show the customers in your target audience why they should choose you to work with. Okay, so for many, like when they're trying to develop the actual brand and the look and the feel, this is like the big struggle, this one in content for people. So you might need to change your name. You might need to, I know Wendy she renamed one of her pages, and with the new rebrand that we did for her, but she chose a new name. And sometimes it's necessary. It's necessary to go in a different direction if the direction that you're going in isn't working for you. It's okay. It's okay to change it if it doesn't suit, where you really want to go once you've developed that ideal customer. So changing your logo, your tagline, and the actual name might be a better look for you to get yourself set up in a really good position of, especially if you haven't been converting or getting the audience and the growth that you want. It could be the colors that you chose. It could be the combination of them all together. It could be the tagline. It could be your logo. Those are things that really connect and resonate with people. And so you do have to pay attention to those in the beginning, or if you're doing a rebrand, okay? So the look and feel are next a part of it. Yay. Awesome. Good. Branding board helped. Awesome. Yay. Yeah, the branding boards are life. I love doing those for people because it does. Everyone, like, it clicks. So especially like new brands. I just did one this week for Prim, the Prim collection, and she didn't have anything to go with. You're welcome, babe. She had like nothing to go with, and I was like, okay, so I'm gonna have to dig deep here. And by the time I finished, we did like black, white, silver, crystal. It's gonna be so amazing. I had so much fun, Wendy, doing your brand too. All of them. I think we did like 3 brand boards with you. They were all amazing. And I think you'll be able to take those different elements and continue to grow that content. But that is the whole point. The point is it helps you to stay on track when you start to struggle with your content and you don't. So a brand board is, I do brand makeovers. Like for Instagram, I do Instagram makeovers, and they're $49. And what they do is they help you get a visual on where to take your business. So I don't know if any of you guys have ever seen like HGTV, where they take, like, the designer takes the whole board and it's got all the different, like almost like a vision board sort of deal, but only really nicer. If you look at my story, I think I have a bunch of them in my story actually after this video over. So the brand board helps the business. So if you're a new business, or if you're an established business even, and you're trying to grow your business on Instagram and you're like stuck and you don't know what content to choose and you don't know how to put it all together to really make it look good, that's why I do the brand boards, because it helps give you a visual. Yeah, it helps people get a visual to to look professional too. Thanks. You are so awesome. You're very welcome, babe. That's Janice. I did one for her too. Love it. I think I did an ad for you, right, Jen? So yeah, it helps give you, and I usually create branded ads for people too, so they can include content and make it look neat and appealing to the eye, because that's what Instagram is. It's visual. So you want to make sure that when people come to your page, it's aesthetic. It's aesthetically sound and visually, attractive. That is why people love Instagram. That is the whole point of the platform. So the brand boards do that for people. Okay. So like I said, you click the link in my bio if you want to get one, if you feel like you need one for your business. They have tremendous value, because after that, like everyone, they're able to like get it. Like, oh, okay, I see it. I got it. And sometimes it just takes that little kick. And they're usually $79, but I'm doing them for $49 through the Cyber Monday training, the 10-step training that I'm doing, because I want people to have a chance to get them. And I know that they have to spend money on a lot of other things. So there's that. Yeah, they do. They help. I'm telling you that it visually, I even do them for myself. For all of my different Instagram pages, I have brand boards. So I'm not just selling something that I don't use. I keep my brand boards and I go through mine too, because for one, I have like 4 different ones that I will have to work on daily. So it helps me have that brand board. It helps me visually keep myself on track with my own business. So with my own businesses and Instagram pages. Okay. So what I want you guys to do is commit to an aesthetic. So you might have a feed that you might have heard that your Instagram feed like needs to have a certain theme to it, like either food, fashion, post ads on IG with a certain app. I use the, thank you, babe. Thank you. That's awesome. Yeah, they do. They make all the difference in the world. I only offer you guys things that I know work. So otherwise your business doesn't grow. You can't stay with me and grow with me. So I want all the businesses to grow that are doing business with me. Hi, Florence. Do I suggest that you post ads with a certain app? I do. I use Later. And actually, I can't get into that one too much, but I will tell you, Passport Models, I don't know your name, Dave, if you want to put it in there, that day 6, part 6 of the training does get really, that's content strategy. So yes, I definitely do. And yes, I do get really deep into that on day 6. It's actually part 2 of the branding strategy. So you got branding and then content strategy, but they do really go together. Okay. So definitely get in on this training, because that your question is 100% laid out in that. So definitely do that. Okay. So, and by the way, there's no app that posts to Instagram for you on your own. Obviously, it just schedules it. And then, because that's illegal. So it schedules it, but then you actually, you get an alert to post it. Okay. So let's see. Yeah. Again, you can, your feed doesn't have to be like just food, just fashion, just travel. You know, you can combine, it needs to be you. You shouldn't limit yourself to showcasing like one little part of your life to like kill it on Instagram, okay? Because that is actually the opposite of what you should be doing. What you should be doing is awesome. What you should do is choose, instead of a theme, choose an aesthetic. Choose an overview that gives you more freedom, that gives people the vibe of your Instagram. Once they come on, they kind of get a vibe of who you are. When you come to my Instagram, you know me, like legit. You know me pretty quickly. You can't fake that. So, but my visuals also go together in some way. They're not like all exactly. They're not all exact. Okay, cool. Awesome. So they're not, I was waiting on that email, sorry. They're not all exact, but they have very similar themes so that it's visually appealing, but it also lines up with my message, which we talked about. It lines up with the message and the theme that I create each week to help me from going crazy. But yeah, definitely that's in part 6. I really suggest getting in, because it's going to be very useful content. Okay. So The question that I get the most from my audience is, what do I post? You guys know I get this one all the time. So again, for my audience who's used to this one, I'm going to speed through this one kind of quickly for their sake, but also point it out for my newbies that are in. So my favorite platforms that I use to develop daily are, well, first I have two processes. Let me clear my processes really quickly. This part I'm gonna kind of get through pretty quickly. Okay, guys. So one, I choose images that speak to me. Images that give me an emotional response when I see them, whether it's words or whether it's a visual. So like on Sundays, I sit down to collect all my content, right? Which we're gonna get into on part 6, but this is just a quick overview for you. So I sit down, look at my content, go through my different sites and see which things speak to me. I don't use those posts though. I save them like on my Pinterest board, for example, and then decide, okay, I'm gonna use these, but I'm gonna make them branded. I'm gonna make them my own, and I'm gonna tweak the words, and then I'm gonna put my little, the Posh Girls Club at the bottom, so that when it gets shared across the different platforms, it's going to include my logo and the web address, okay? And the second way that I do it is I create topics, which I schedule all of my content out, like I said, and we're gonna get deep into on day 6. It won't be repetitive from other content. On day 6, we're gonna talk about that. So I schedule all of my content, then I search for visuals, or again, I design them myself in Canva. The visuals that can connect to my audience in a powerful way, okay? So of course, platforms, Pinterest, Obvi, you know, probably the most used place for collecting content, okay? But also, are you using it, like I just said, for your branded content? Are you using it to then post it? Post it so people can now find your image on Pinterest, click on your site, just generate traffic. Pinterest is amazing, amazing for generating traffic. Okay, so if you're not, you should do that. So yeah, I upload mine as well. I create them in Canva, upload them to Pinterest, and then from Pinterest, I post them or either with my Later app, okay? Nice, NICE.co, I've said that one. I love them because they are really great with visuals. They have like really artistic visuals, and I use a lot of that for the Diamond Girls, the magazine. I love the artsy, really beautiful imagery that they have. Hey, Diamond Girls. And if you're not a member of Diamond Girls, the magazine, definitely click the link in the bio. Literally every single live I do after I'm done, new people are coming into the group. It's an incredible group of women. So definitely, if you've never been in my live today, check out Diamond Girls, the magazine. Our group is awesome. NIICE.co. .co. 2 I's.co. So NIICE.co. Bomb visuals, okay? See, it's good that I mentioned that because even one of my Diamond Girls, you're welcome. Thank you, Wendy. Yeah, that's one of my favorites. Loves it. Okay, now here's a big part. This is the part that is not repetitive. I had to get through the branding part pretty quickly because I know a lot of my girls already know that part, because we have covered it on multiple occasions. So developing the copy. This is one I've not really gotten into, copy. I talk a lot about the visual. When you're developing the copy, there's several steps that you want to do, okay? You need to exploit your product benefits. And then the first step of the copywriting outline is literally the foundation for your whole advertising campaign. Yes, my girls are everything. I love my Diamond Girls. These gals are too cool. We are so exclusive. Okay, so here are your 5 steps to copy that converts. Number 1, this is hardcore right here, but it's like real deal. Exploit your competition's weaknesses, okay? And that sounds like real gangster, but what I mean by that is, like, you are not gonna be a mean girl. I'm not with the whole mean girl, mean guy thing, okay? what you do is you exploit the weakness of the competition in highlighting what they don't do when you focus on what you do that they don't. Did y'all catch that? So I love this because it's basically bragging done right. Send me hearts if y'all caught that. Exploiting the competition by, okay. Awesome, okay. Yes, by highlighting what they don't do with the focus on what you do. Because you never want to be like some mean person out talking junk about someone else. That's not what I mean at all. And I'm going to explain what I mean by that. So one of the parts like that I really struggle with when I have to come on Insta and I do my intro, y'all know I go on about like, you know, my celebrity clients and I, you know, backstage at this event, or like when I have to do that whole thing, I feel really stupid. Like, yes, Nikki business shade. No, it's not shade at all. I promise. It's not. This is what I mean. It's like you come on and you highlight. So same thing. Like I have to come on, but I love the way you said that. That's everything. Janet. I mean, Alicia. So yeah, I have to come on and like talk about myself, like amp myself up every single day that I get on live, because there might be someone on there who doesn't know my story and they're wondering like, why is she here telling me what to do in my business? Well, because for 16 years, this is what I've done. And I've done it with this person and that person and this brand and Diamond Furstenberg and Project Runway. Like I got a name drop for a second, right? So I have to like show them my street cred. So not street cred, but whatever. Yeah, so I have to let people know who I am and why my content is valuable, because I've done it for 16 years in e-commerce. And it's just giving, so that's what you want to do. For me, like there's no one in my industry that's done what I've done. And no one that's created the influence the way that I have with my audience. So therefore, I am of unique value to for someone who's looking to do these things in their business. And you would basically do the same thing, drop, drop, drop. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. You know, you got to do it though. So in talking about those things in my copy, not only am I one up in the competition, like I'm tripling up the competition. I've done it, you know, I've done it. I've created influence doing it, and no one has done it as long as me or with as many celebrities as me. So you see, I kind of got to do that in order to give my cred. You basically do the same thing in your industry, because you're in your business for a reason. You have value to offer through your business. So who would you trust more? Would you trust someone who just came out and they're just blinging on Instagram? Or would you trust me with my blinging on Instagram plus the history to back it up, right? Which one would you trust? That's why you have to do it. That's why your copy is so important, and you have to share it, and you got to do it. You got to, you know, pump yourself, because you've done it, you know, and it's okay as long as you turn it back and make it about the customer. Okay. So number 2, of course, with copy, know your audience. Self-explanatory, yes, absolutely. But remember that social media planner that I gave you guys. So if you don't have the social media planner, you get my free Posh Girls Club social media planner. I think it's like 111 pages. I've never given out my planner for free. It is really big. It's got all the content you need to help you develop your brand. Yeah, exactly, Janice. You know what you know. Like, if you know it, you know it. Nobody can take it from you. That's what my great grandma used to tell me. I call it Fresh Granny. I have Fresh Granny, and then I have Grandmalicious. So my Fresh Granny used to tell me, once you get your education, it's something no one can ever take away from you. So it's the same thing. What you know is yours until you share it. And when you share it, you're going to get paid to share it. Okay. So you're going to use the social media planner to define that audience that you need to create this copy and content for, to figure out how to write to get their attention. So you can't write good copy if you don't know who you're writing it for, with social proof. That's right. The planner is bae. I love it. Thank you, boo. I love it. So yeah, you cannot sell to anyone if you don't know who they are and what they need and want and desire. There I go again. Simple. Okay. So also you need to understand your medium. So this is a big one too. So which platform are you going to use, and which one is actually going to be the best for your business? And again, it doesn't need to be one platform. One might have a higher engagement rate. One might have a higher views. What, you know, you've got to figure out. One might have higher conversions for the sales. So figure out how you can tweak those different platforms to work for you in the way that you might need them to work for you. So, and that's a no, that one's kind of a no-brainer, but again, it's pointing out the things that people aren't thinking about, because generally you're focused on getting a sale. How am I gonna make some money, right? You're not focused on these things, but when I bring them to your attention, then you're like, oh, okay, that makes sense. I can do that, because you can. Okay, so figure out which platform you're gonna use. You have to know how to post for microblogging or like full-on blogging. So like Instagram and Twitter, you would use for microblogging. But the great thing about Insta, of course, is if you need to go longer, you can. But it really is intended for like microblogging so that you can create intrigue. Okay, you get the intrigue, and then you get that user into a call to action and get them off of the gram onto your website or your landing page. So just do the micro so you can create the intrigue, create the interest. Ideally, you want them off. You want them following a lead, okay? And the way you do that in your copy is you focus on the benefits. At the end of the day, like, let's be 100%. People want to know why you're worth their time. Like the new people probably coming in are like, who is this girl? Okay? They want to know why you're worth their time, how you're going to enhance their life, and what you're going to do for them at the end of the day. That's what they want. What is the value that you're going to give me? So tell them, better yet, show them, and then give them a call to action. Y'all, please include your call to actions. Do you know how many brand makeovers I have done in the last week where I go to the website and there is not a call to action, not a single call to action, like not one. I need y'all to put call to actions and listen, get creative with your call to action. Don't just like, think of it as when people come onto your page, right? And they start going through your feed, some of my friends' feed, and it's like, okay, click link and buy, click link and buy, click link and buy. It's the same wording in every single post. If that's you, don't do it. It's the same wording in every single post. And imagine if it's my first time. So it's my first time coming onto your feed, and I'm scrolling through your feed, and I'm getting a feel for who you are. But every single call to action, every single photo is a product photo, and every single one has the same call to action. Shop this, click this, go do that. Sometimes you got to intrigue your customer. Think about yourself and how you want to scroll through and think about what the Instagram feeds of people you like are saying to you, and figure out how you can, or people in your industry, figure out how you can put your sauce on that, okay, in your brand. All right, stop leaving money on the table. Tell people where to go. Click here, shop now, get yours, get it popping, whatever. Like, just tell them to do something and give them some place to freaking do it, okay? So we're gonna cover how to do that later on in the training. These first 3 to 4 days are basically that initial setup, making sure that your brand has got a nice structure to it, right, from day one. Okay, so for day 2, what I want you guys to do, or for step 2, if you are not in the 10 days, the 10-day training, if you are not in, go right after this video, click the link in the bio. I'm helping my audience get ready for Cyber Monday. I have a giant audience of amazing entrepreneurs who, not just on this page, but also on my Diamond Girls, the magazine page, that I am determined to help them get ready for this Cyber Monday to make some money. Every Cyber Monday, I make bank. You know, I don't talk about my exact amounts because that's nobody's business. What's in my bank account is not your business, but I will tell you this, for those of you that don't know me, for the last 16 years, I have run a successful e-commerce business. I have worked with celebrities. Like I said, I see a couple new people coming in, but that's not what defined the success of my business. I simplified my selling process where I sell one product every single month to a minimum of 1,000 people. Y'all like this part for $55 a month, every single month, with one product. So if I can do that in my business, I think I have the know-how and the information to share with you guys to help get you there and to help get you a form of that success in your business. Okay, so click the link in the bio, sign up for the free, it's free. I mean, it's free. So join, see if there's value there that you can use in your business. You've seen my girls come on and talk about it. And that's right. Oh, thank you, baby. Subscribe to the magazine. She said, join a team that supports you and the coach is the bomb. Hey, that's me. Me, I'm the coach. Thank you, Janice. You're so awesome. She is one of my Diamond Girls. She's a member of the subscription group that which is different from the training, but yes, absolutely. Get in. We want to see our girls win, our ladies win, our teammates win, because their success is a reflection of me doing what I tell them I say I can do. It's doing it. Thank you, Wendy. Facts. Yes. Yes, and I'm not paying them to say that. They actually joined the group and are getting value from it. So they can come on and tell you what they're doing in their businesses based on, you know, with assistance from the content that's there available and all of the things and all of the things that they're learning being part of our Diamond Girls subscribers group. We have a private Facebook group. We talk to each other all day, you know, throughout the day, post and encourage one another and give each other, and I give them information that can help them. And not just me. My magazine team comes on and they're posting, they're responding to them before I can even get to them half the time. So, so yes, today I want you to collect content for your branding strategy because it's going to be very important coming up in part 6. But I want you to start doing that now. Basically, what I want you to do now is choose your aesthetic. Decide on your visual, okay? That's what the brand boards are for. So if you don't know how to do that, drop me a message. Did you ever answer my question the other day? I don't think you posted it. I was waiting for you to post it in the group. Did you put it in there? Tag me in it if you did, because if you did, I didn't see it, baby. Or did you put it on the public Facebook page? What was your question? Ask me now. I think we still have a couple of minutes. Ask me now, Leisha. Why do I keep calling you Janice today? Because I was looking at Janice's name above you. Yeah, so ask me now. If you don't have a makeover and you think that you might be one of those people who could use one, Leisha, put your question, baby, so I can answer your question on live. No, put it on so I can answer it. I didn't see it in the group. I remember I said to post it in the group. I didn't see it though. So tell me, I think I'm paused. Okay, there we go. Okay, you'll put it in the group. Okay, baby, yeah. And tag me to make sure I don't miss it. Since I was at the hair salon for 4 hours, I am gonna be on overload. So I don't wanna miss it. If you tag me, I'll get a notification. So yeah, if you do need an Instagram makeover, I highly suggest, if you're not sure, if you're just putting up photos of your product, you need one, okay? I assure you, you need one, because you might make some sales here and there, excuse me, but you're not going to grow. You're not going to grow, not on Instagram. It's a visual platform, and nobody wants to just see pictures of hair, sorry. But it's true. Or pictures of your service, or just pictures of, like, you have to incorporate lifestyle, period. For no matter what business industry you're in, if you're trying to grow that business using Instagram as a platform, you've got to take it seriously with your branding strategy, okay? So I've given you guys a couple call to actions there to collect content, choose your aesthetic, decide on what your look and feel is gonna be. If you need a brand makeover, hit me up, or you can just click the link in my bio and then click the brand makeover. They are still on sale right now. through the end of this training, and then that's it. I'm going back up. Because like I said, I invest in your brand. I spend a lot of time doing the makeovers. So this I'm just doing for my audience so that I can help get them ready, because I try to do what I say I'm gonna do, y'all. Like, so I want to make sure, you know, like I said, as always, that you're getting value, because that is why I'm here, because I want to see you win. I want you to win. And you can, if you follow these very, very simple strategies, you can elevate your business. The proof is in the pudding. I've done it on multiple Instagram pages, starting them from zero and growing them. So if I've done it, me, one person, over and over and over, you can do it as well. What can I use to post on Instagram and YouTube at the same time? Please and thanks. I honestly don't think there's anything yet that does that, because YouTube is a different kind of platform. You mean like your lives? You want to put your lives up? No, you just have to, once they're done, save it in your phone. Actually, I'm streaming. I'm streaming to YouTube at the same time right now, actually. You guys know I stream at the same time on multiple platforms. Hey, YouTube. No, but you can just basically, remember I always say don't wait after the video to save it, because there's a very good chance that that video might not save, and then you've lost it forever. You can't get it back. Like, I learned the hard way, and that's why I do it. You're welcome, baby. That's for other people who don't know. That's why I stream in both places, because a couple of times I've gotten to the end and I'm ready to hit that save button and it won't save, because like I have tons of videos and images and stuff in all of my devices. So I can't save it. See? And if you had had a YouTube, like I told you, you are a diamond girl. You know better than that. Yes. And see, I'm always safe, because YouTube streams for I think up to 8 hours. So I'm good over here. I can still be, a lot of times too, y'all will see me on, if you buy any of my replays, I'll forget that I'm streaming on YouTube. So I'll be like looking to see who was watching my live. And it's still going. Yeah. Yes, use your YouTube. Good, because you can actually stream, schedule the live. You can schedule out the live to start when you want it to start. If you guys also don't know about that, I have a YouTube challenge as well. YouTube is everything to use with Instagram, because you're going to sell those later. I do. I sell them all, and those little $9 or $13, they start to add up after 1,000 people have watched them. And that's just one video. So I'm telling you, definitely do that. And you can start, the YouTube challenge is up there. You don't have to figure it out. I tell you exactly how to do it, baby girl. That's in the group. You actually get the YouTube challenge for free, because it's in our group. Okay. All right. This is going to shut me off any second, because I've been on for almost an hour. So like I said, I always want to provide you guys with value, because I want to see you win. I want your businesses to grow. And I know that if you use these different steps and processes, it will grow. And that's it. As usual, I thank you guys for coming on later with me. I know I'm normally on earlier, and it's always a pleasure. I love my girls. They come in, and I watched one of our girls earlier. Fran. It was Fran. Yeah, I watched Fran earlier. And so I love it. She's living. I was like, yay, I'm so proud of you guys. Getting on doing your lives. That was challenge one. That was actually day one of the 10-day to Cyber Monday training. So I was, there she is. Yay, hi, Fran. You're so welcome. Yeah, she did so good yesterday. I was so proud of her. All right, girls, I'm going to get cut off here. Thank you for coming in. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening. And as always, keep hustling. I'll see you guys in the Diamond Girls group. Bye.